Steve, why don't you introduce yourself to the XPX community and give us a little bit of background on your experience and why you joined?
Well, yes, I actually came to XPX by through a colleague on the West Coast. I was at a meeting, and I belong to an organization of primarily registered investment advisors around the country, and it's a coaching organization, but it helps us to. It's called CEG Worldwide, and the people that I know and meet throughout around the country are some of the top advisors in the country. Anyway, one of the fellows I met introduced me to XPX because in our conversations I told him what I focus on, and he thought it would be a good organization.
Great. And can you tell us a little bit about your background?
I have been in financial services just about 40 years, and my focus starting from the around 1990 was tax oriented. I should say just tax sheltering, tax mitigation. Helping individuals to accumulate assets in as a tax efficient manner as possible, and using strategies that are primarily focused for business people and high net worth individuals on offsetting capital gains from sale of high value properties, whether it's a business or real estate, which occupies a lot of what we do. And of course, investment advisors like myself, we're registered investment advisors. I was in the securities industry as a broker, but I abandoned those licenses about 10 years ago because we are fee-only registered investment advisory firm, and we're registered with the SEC. That's the technical terminology. But I focus my efforts on helping, high value families do, as I described, shelter income from taxes and grow their assets and then preserve them from estate taxes. I'm not an attorney or a CPA, but I'm familiar with most of the legitimate legal strategies that a family can employ to achieve their goals in as tax efficient manner as possible.
Can you give us a little bit of an idea of what you hope to get out of being a part of the XPX community?
Well, yeah, I could be really specific and actually, I was at a meeting not too long ago, and there was a discussion on transitions of businesses. And during that discussion, the very experienced and competent attorneys that were talking were describing, the experience from a financial perspective, not an emotional perspective, but from a transition, uh, you know, from selling a business and then transitioning to retirement. What does the business seller experience during that process? And one of the things that was raised, aside from all the technical issues of transacting a sale, the question was raised about taxation. And of course, when you sell, a lot of business owners that are selling a business that they basically started from the ground up, they're faced with capital gains taxes on their business, as well as possibly on real estate that they very likely might own as well. And the suggestion was that the buyer gross up the sale to cover the taxes, which means they raise the price and then, which of course increases the tax, but to essentially cause the seller to pay less taxes, but he's still paying taxes either way. So I raised the question if there was any strategies that they used, and there was no clear explanation of how a client would accomplish a sale or a transition and reduce his taxes. And that's kind of what we do. And that's one of the reasons why I joined XPX, because that type of a transaction in my world is almost a zero tax transition. So we show clients how to prepare in advance so that when they do sell, they don't pay 34 to 42% capital gains taxes on their business. And so I believe that what we do is extremely valuable to those in this particular discipline that are helping business owners prepare to sell their business. And so I think the expertise that we have and the experience we have in accomplishing this will benefit a number of members.